Arm work.
Arm work. Okay, great. Oh, and there's another person. Oh yeah, there's Sasha. Okay, coming in for a landing in your body as if for the very first time. What is the freshness of being inside of the experience of being in your body, not objectively coming from the outside as an object, but present within experience? What is that like? What does it feel like? What are the sensations? What are the flows? And what else? Let me just finish setting it up. We are going to do lymph flush, arm work, anything else that comes along. Okay, let's rub our hands together. I'm here down on the floor. Let's take a little shaky bounce, even if you're on the floor. Oh, this is one of those classes that just keeps filling up in the interwebs, in the interspace. Anyone out there in TV land, if you ever want to be part of the actual class, you can join the class in the Zoom room. All right, shake, 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 shake. And then let's just take a minute of free flowing your head tail connection. So, like using some forward, backwards, some side, side, some spirals, and then mixing them all together. Imagining, I just want to say bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, that the soup is bubbling and waking up. So, the soup of you waking up, mobilizing your body, letting go, free flow. Feel the space around you. Hold on, I gotta try and switch this camera. It did it. Is it going to come online? Maybe not. How bizarre. Give it one more second. Oh, I'm having a hard time with my external camera. Let's go back to FaceTime. All right. Rubbing your hands together. Coming in for the lymph flush while I still try and get my camera to work. Right hand to the left collarbone. So here's my collarbone. We want to go above and below. Very gentle massage over your collarbone. Above and below, not trying to rip anything apart, but just mobilizing the tissue. That's still not working. The camera says it's on, but then it isn't coming through. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Left hand to right collarbone. And then coming in at the angle of the jaw, really gentle. I do like kind of circly piano fingers. Both at the same time, inviting your lymphatic system to come on full, or the exact amount of force that you need. I was going to say full force, but maybe we don't need that. Maybe we just need a little bit extra. Or maybe we're really healthy and we don't need that much. I think it's always just doing its thing. All right, coming in next to your nose, just above your nostrils, that little circle right there. And I'm going to make my way under my cheekbone from my nose, circling towards under my cheekbone. Squish up your face, open up your face, mobilize the tissues of your face. Squish, release. We don't want to lock up our faces or our expression. We want to have some free flow in our face and our expression. All right, shake it out, shake it out. 10 little dragons running through the forest. So your whole scalp, mobilize the tissue. You're trying to get your tissue to move away from your cranium so that you're not stuck on there. So that nothing is gummed up. Especially in the morning, we want to clear up that glial lymph. The glymph, which So just moving this stuff is going to have an effect even on what's happening inside. We're going to take our hands running down your sternocleidomastoid from just under your ear, inviting all that glial clearing lymph to come back down and filter through, returning in this pathway through the subclavian vein into the blood flow, where it filters out through your system. Try opening your mouth really wide too, right? Move all that stuff. If you put your hands on your neck and you open up wide, and I see how get that all popping out, get that stuff moving. You know, the lion's breath, stick out your tongue, maybe a couple of those. Oh, but that feels so weird. Perfect. Do it. All right, we're making our way down towards our K27 points. Mine are very squishily right in here. Here's my collarbones drop down. There's two little indentations. See if you can find a place where your fingers seem to fit. Circles in there. And then thymus thump, Tarzan. You can let out some sound. Thymus is really under here. And for most adults, it's not doing as much. Like when we're young, it's an intricate part of our uh, immune system. T cells coming out of there. Whoa. But as we get older, it's not doing as much. But we still want to have flow of energy. It's not that it's not doing as much. It's not doing as much with our lymph system. Or so I have been told. Shake it out, shake it out. Right hand to left armpit. Squish around. Or I should say, or so I have read and been told. All the things. Let's take it to the other side. And then you're going to come in, Sister Kylie, little pump. Let's do some deep diaphragmatic breathing with that. So we're going to do an inhale, arms up, in through your nose, out through your mouth. We'll do 15 of those. We're going to take a little short breath hold, and then we'll repeat. Here we go. Big breath in, everything out. Inhale in and hold. If you feel like engaging the bandhas, go for it. If you don't know what they are, don't do it. Relax in that space. Even as things are drawing in and up, even as you're holding your breath, tell yourself, it's okay. I can relax. I'm safe. And then release. Let it go. We could do that for a lot longer. And if we were training like Wim Hof style, or if we were going to be doing some deep sea diving, we might need to do that. But it's good to build some CO2 tolerance. But we don't need to like overtax our systems all the time. Here we go. Good. Deep breath in, everything out. Inhale in, draw in and up, and relax the outer body. So it's like this torus shape of inhale, of energy moving up and outer body relaxing. Toroidal shape, holding the breath. Tell yourself it's okay. Exhale, let everything go. We're going to take a short little inhale, hold. Let it go. And we're going to do our third set. So third and final set. We're really pumping our diaphragm. So we're getting that sister and Kylie all squished around. Here we go. 15. Good. Inhale in all the way. Exhale everything out. Inhale in and hold. Draw in and up or not. Relax the outer body, creating the toroid, torus. Exhale, let everything go. Inhale, short breath hold. Float in there, relax your body. Let it go. All right. Coming to our inguinal fold between your pubic bone, your hip bones, getting in there right in the junk business. Right. Bounce around a little bit. Let it go. Shift your weight. Free up your tail. And then come in behind the eye of the knee. Okay, shake it out, shake it out. We're going to do a little bit with weights. My weights here are really light, but arms were a request of the Zoom room. If you don't have weights, no worries. You can do it without weights, just moving your arms, or you can grab 2 books, grab whatever you want. How much are these? I have these little round balls. I have these little round balls. Let's go. You're going to bend your knees, stretch, press up, and come down. Bend, straighten, tippy toes, lower. Bend, straighten. Even if you're doing this without weights, it's still worth it. We're pushing through, getting some balance at the top. Releve, tippy toes, down, up, up, down. Plie, stretch, up, down. These are really light weights. Normally I do this with, I think these are like 3. I think I normally do it with like 6-pound weights. So it feels kind of like, this is nothing. But nothing becomes something after you do it enough. All right, we're going to change it. You're going to bring your hands in, bend your knees. So bent knees, you're just going to open and close, open and close, open, close, open, close, open, close, rotate, rotate, open, close, spiral, spiral, open, close, turn in, turn out, open, close, in, out, straighten, close, in, out, open, close, tippy toes, try it, open, close, rotate, rotate. See if you can do it. I feel like there are some images in the Toth deck. Justice is one of them, La Justice. And there's a few other ones that are like this balance picture. Anyway, we want to work on our balance some of the time. If you have weights, great. If you don't, you're just going to come forward and backward. Here's the side view. Even if you don't have weights, keep moving it. Nice. So I really feel this actually in my forearms. Hands are palm up for right now. Change to palms down, which is a lot harder when you're holding a ball that your hand just fits around. It's not harder muscularly, it's just I don't want to drop the ball. Good. Palms up, spiraling, easy spiral. Good. And we're gonna leave it at that for right now. Um, these little, it's like, I don't know, it seems like there's always at different places little weighted balls on sale. And while I don't know, we have so much plastic in our lives, why not have more? You could just go out into your yard and find a couple of rocks if you have a yard. But be creative. You could use two cans. You could use some books. All right, let's take it onto our hands and knees, onto the floor. Like, nah, I was gonna try and do my camera again, and no, what's the point? After two failures, maybe not. So, coming to hands and knees, we are going to do a just a free flow spine exercise. So you're gonna start with a cat cow. We'll start with order, and then we'll head towards chaos. So cat cow, let's add the feet. So curling the toes under in the arch, I'm going to bend my elbows a little bit. And then I'm going to push tops of the feet to the floor, rounding my spine. Toes curl under arch, tops of the feet, push. This is still pretty specific, organized exercise. We're going to get a little more free flow in a second. Okay, wag your tail and head. So head and tail, it's basically lateral flexion in your side body. And then you're going to come back in, just bend one elbow, bend the other elbow, a little bit of twisting in your spine, just simple. And then you're going to come in and you're going to free flow your spine. So free movement in your spine involving, oh, we could also do these. We could do circles with our chest. But for now, we're just going to free flow the spine. You're going to add a theta breath. So theta breath is a soft hiss, hissing. Like you are a curious snake, figuring out how to move. Head-tail connection coming online, creating space between the discs, space between the vertebrae. Are you guys taking off? Okay. We're gonna go. Did you find a diner? Okay. Okay. Enjoy. Um, okay. Coming down for my people online. Elbows on the floor. Again, free flow your spine. You may think, oh, this is boring. I don't want to do it anymore. That's exactly when you need to lean into it. Tuning into movement potential. See if you can find some free flow. And if you feel like you're finding a pattern that you keep repeating, change it. Change the space you're moving in, change the tempo, change the direction, also known as change the space. Good. And then let's come onto our backs on the floor. And take a second just to let your energy drop down, dropping into the earth. Let the bone weight get very heavy. So coming into the ground of being, the ground of being a person laying here on the planet in right relationship to the earth below you. What does that even mean? I think we all know what it means. Let's roll from side to side from there. What is it to be in right relationship? Oh, it means that both parties feel good about the relationship. There is a balance of give and take. Just rolling from side to side, letting go, tension melting away. Offer your tension that is in your shoulders to the ground. Offer, or maybe there's no tension in your shoulders. Maybe it's in your jaw. Maybe it's in your butt, wherever. Let it go. Drop it into the floor. Surrender. Melt. And then come back into center. And we're going to take our hands by our sides and we're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra. So normally I don't roll because it's such a tail tuck submission move like this way. But we're going to do it today. So tucking your tail, rolling through, keep going up, up, up until it becomes an arch, and then soften your chest and lungs and roll it down through your spine. When you hit the bottom, you're going to arch again. So creating an arch, inhale, exhale, curl, roll it up through your spine. Inhale, arching, chest comes towards your chin. Exhale, you're going to lengthen out and roll it back down. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, flatten it out. Scoop, roll it up through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Push with your legs. Inhale, chest to chin. Exhale, pull with your legs, knees away from your head. Roll it down through your spine. At the bottom, take a big arch. Inhale, exhale, roll it up. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Roll it down through your spine. At the bottom, inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Roll it up. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. This is a very spinal class today. Have you noticed that? We did some arms, but really we're going lots of spinal movement, spinal mobility. Push, pull, roll it down, massaging through your back as you go up and down. Last one. Roll it up. Push. Let's just stay up here and come into this push-pull. So it's your legs pushing and pulling. See if you can keep your pelvis high. You should kind of feel like your hamstrings and quads are alternating the work, right? In the pull, it's more hamstring. In the push, is it? And it's more quad, maybe. Pushing back and forth. And then you're going to interlace your hands behind your back. If possible, walk your shoulders close together. Inhale, knees open. Exhale, internally rotate. External rotation, internal rotation. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And oh, careful with the door handle. You want to just make sure that you've turned it before you pull it. If you pull without turning, it like is want to come down off. Yeah. And same thing when you're coming in. All right, relax, calm down, and you're just going to roll from side to side. Let it go. And from your side to side rolling, take a happy baby. Free flow your happy baby. Ah, I've had a very exciting week physically. I took uh I took a pole class on Monday. I've taught all my regular classes. I taught a barbering class at NS, and I taught glitter size. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So that's like dancey, fitnessy, exercisey in person. And the NS one is also in person. And I also fell down the stairs on Saturday, no, Sunday. Sunday night, I fell down the stairs at my house outside the front porch, wood stairs, icy. And I just I didn't, I did not actually get hurt because I crumbled down the stairs. Being able to fall into the floor is an important skill. But I'm also super grateful it was not my mom who fell down the stairs. Open your arms out, knees into your chest, or somebody else, right? It was me. I did it. And so I bought like the rubber grips and installed them right after that. Turning your head from side to side. But what I'm saying is like there's a lot of sensation in my body. I didn't hurt myself at all. Like I didn't hurt myself. I did bruise a little bit, but I didn't like nothing went out of whack. Hallelujah. Um, and then I went to pole the following day and got a little bit bruised up from pole. Pole is a very intense activity. If you want to straighten your legs, you can do this with straight legs. But I do feel like all of that pole work, rolling around on the floor, all the different things, like the tissue in my body is pretty three-dimensionally strong. So if I fall, knock on wood, I am less likely to get hurt because there's integrity within my fascia. All right, let's open all the way and then fold on the other side. Open it up, fold it in. Learning to fall. Open wide, fold. Stop, drop, and roll, right? Crumble and keep crumbling. All right, we're going to add to this. You're going to open, close, keep rolling, come up onto all fours. Crumble, open, fold it in, come up onto all fours in any way. Crumble, crumbling, crumbling, crumbling. This is functional mobility, just being able to get around and find your way. If something really hurts and you need to protect it, then by all means do that. So if you have like a knee or an ankle or a wrist or something that you need to take care of, go for it. This is our last one. I am going to go in there and turn off the light. Yes, my sister and her daughter went out for breakfast. I don't know if you guys could hear that conversation. I'm sure you heard my part of it. Let's take it into this fun game, more functional mobility, rolling, rolling back and forth, either staying down there and massaging out your back, curling through your spine, or taking it into standing up on your legs. If you're going to go for standing, think of getting your upper body to move forward in space, right? So you want the spatial intent of going forward so your weight gets on your legs and then you can go up. Because my bed is right there. I can't go that far forward, but I can get on my feet. This is our last one. All right, let's do, I'm gonna do it. Figure out how I can fit myself into this little space and do what I want to do. Big circles with your legs, big or small circles. So coming up, we're gonna flex, open, 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 down and point. Up, flex, open it out. If you want to heel up, feel free to add that. Just an option. It might be that you're here doing circles like this. This is also acceptable, lengthening through your legs. So work with your own system with what feels good. Good. And relax. We are going to do something along these lines of getting our legs up. There's three versions of this. Are there three? There's probably a lot more, but one version, let's see. This is the easiest version. You're just going to come up and go down. Maybe there's only two versions. Second version, you're going to go up, push through the ceiling, roll it down. On the push through, okay, so there are two ways of doing this. The easier way is that you throw your legs over your head and then lift them up and take it down. If you want to work a little harder, because we're in fitness, you try to get your feet over your face and then point them to the ceiling. This actually really works the back of your arms, controlling the descent when you return. Let's give it a shot. Whatever version you're doing, could just be leg lifts. I can feel the back of my arms now. Two more. Last one. Ah, relax. Feel your heartbeat. Connect to the ground. Feel the earthy nature of your body. We could also say the material nature. We are beings of flesh, blood, bone here on the planet. Or some part of us is that. As long as we're alive, we will be in these bodies. Let's create a nice relationship with ourselves and ourselves. All right, let's do a side thing. We've been front and backing it the whole time. So, side thing. It might be enough just to be here. This might be it. I've got my glorious too short shirt happening, driving me nuts. But oh well, it is what it is. I go, and if I teach in a gym, people come in wearing their little sports bras and their shorts, and I'm like, you're naked. But that's what's comfortable. So hey, just because I'm a prude, up and down. One, two, three, four. But then I go to pole class and I'm wearing a bikini and I'm totally fine with that. Seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, and come down. We're just doing 12. For some reason, that's the number. The other side. It might be enough just to be here. Engage your lats. You might just do it here or the full shebang. Up and down. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, and come down. Let's sit in a cross-legged position. Just a quick side stretch. Letting your head go off vertical. Let's circle the whole way around, taking it to the front. You change arms as you get out to the front and take it to the side. Open it up. When I teach this in a room of people who haven't done a lot of mat type work or dance stuff, there's some very interesting versions that people have. So if this feels awkward to you out there in TV land and you're not quite sure what's going on, you're not alone. You and a lot of other people have a hard time with this one. Okay, let's change. So non-dominant leg is in front. Yeah, I'm not going to demonstrate what I see out there, but it's definitely a variety of uh, body organizations. What I will say is it's helpful to bring your hand, spiral it so your hand is maybe lined up with the front of your head right here. And it's not back there with your arm all popped out, right? You've got lots of space in here. So as you go to the side, it's not all weird, but there's some space. Let's just do the side, thinking of that, feeling the space between your hands, feeling the negative space around your head. What is the negative space? It's a space where you aren't taking up the space, right? So all of this is the negative space. Let's circle the whole round. I know the people in my room know all of this. I'm not telling it to you, my Zoom people. I know you know. I'm speaking out there for the masses in TV land. Okay, that's all we're gonna do with that. We are gonna roll across our butts though. So mashing out your glutes and rotators. I'm gonna take time on each butt cheek and just kind of give it some shear. This is the much more relaxed equivalent of foam rolling, right? Okay, I'm getting these layers of tissue in my glutes, piriformis, but even in my pelvis to like have, well, The stuff on the outside of my pelvis has some shear. The stuff inside of my pelvis has the fluids of my body relating to the floor. So if you're having, particularly if you're having pain like around your IT band or greater trochanter, the top knob of your femur head, this type of stuff where you're sinking into the floor with your body weight and the floor, I think may be more effective in releasing tension and stuckness, sticky body parts that are stuck to each other. This may be more effective than the foam roller. Foam roller also can be good, but it depends. Like if your body is fighting against it, you're not doing yourself a favor. And how many people like to be forced into anything, right? We tend to not like that, and our tissue is no different. So a lot of times we're like coming from the outside and like, I'm going to fix it. And sometimes it may work. Sometimes it may be the solution. I'm not saying it never works. But sometimes our body on the inside is going, but I'm just trying to do something. And it's fighting against what we're doing to it. So, what I'd like to offer is that we come from the experience of being present in our own body mind system. I'm getting texts. All sorts of things are happening in the world. And while normally I would not be checking my phone, I do have a sister outside without a key. And I do have a honey bunny who's not in New York. Baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Connect your hands. Come all the way up. Bend your knees. Toes towards your head. And bring it back down. Up. Down. Working with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. So for me, this feels a little bit better if my knees are a little turned out. If I try it parallel, it just doesn't feel as good. So work with using your own body with what feels good as you come up into that arch. Last one. And take it back into a child's pose. Breathe. Free flow your child's pose. If your head doesn't touch the floor here, put something under your head. Grab a pillow, a block, put your arms under your head, something so that your neck can completely release. You don't need to hold your head on top of your body. It's not going to fall off. And then shift your weight back and come up. And we're going to do some regular push-ups. So I like to discern push-ups as being tricep push-ups, hands next to your chest, where you're working more the back of your arm. Regular push-ups out here, where you're working a little bit more in your chest and pecs, which is all known as your chest, front of your deltoids and biceps. So I'm going to do regular push-ups. I'm going to do a regular push-up, drop my knees to the floor, and then I'm going to come into a side plank. And then at some point, I may switch to doing them with my knees on the floor and then popping off. I've got the hiccups. You can do this any way that feels good for you. You can do it against the wall or not. Find the one that works. Or even here, right? Maybe that's it. Here we go. Knee drop, pop it up. Push up, knee drop, pop it up. I'm not doing my deepest push-ups, but I haven't done these in a really long time. And I have to tell myself in my head to do the knee drop. Otherwise, I forget about it. This is going to be my last set. Oh, and relax. Take your hands, spiral out, spiral in, present, mobilizing your radius and ulna, these two bones in your forearm. When my arms are open like that, They are parallel like that. When I turn my arm over, you can see it. This bone, the radius, crosses over my ulna. So it does that, right? So arms are parallel, it crosses over. When we spend a lot of time doing this and doing this, that relationship can get really congested. So we want to make sure that we're having some time where there's some free flow in there, some mobility in different relationships to space and gravity. Shake it out. We are going to do another tricep push-up. This time, you're going to bring your foot to your knee, sitting on one butt cheek, kind of. Maybe both butt cheeks are down there, who can say? Take your hand by the knee that's forward, wrap it around, grab your lat, other hand to the floor, shoulder to the floor. Tricep push-ups this way. Going 1. We're going to do 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to get all the way down. 9, 10, 11, 12. Swing it around to the other side. We're going to take the bottom hand, wrap it around your lat, top hand to the floor for 12. Shoulder to the floor. Head drops down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want to make it easier, you can use your back leg as a teeter-totter balance. 8, see, much easier. 9, try to keep your knee down in the back. 10, if possible. 11, 12. All right. We're going to do a straddle. My inner thighs are still sore from pole class. Side stretch. Breathe. Face your leg. Walk it into center. Push the floor away and come up. Side stretch the other way. Breathe. Try not to let that butt cheek pop off the floor. Try to keep your sit bone on this side connected to the floor. Face your leg. Bring it into center. Push the floor away and come up. So for me, because I've always been a dancer, and coming home to my body is like, if I'm dancing, if I'm stretching, if I'm doing anything like that, it like returns me to some part of myself that feels like one of the deepest parts of me. It's like, oh, I'm in it. And I feel that grounds me, that calls me in, stretching. So if I'm feeling like kind of, oh, I'm all out there and I come into this experience of being in my body, I feel really connected. So for you, it might not be this, but there might be other things that you do that make you feel, oh, yeah, this is me. And maybe it's a reification of who you are or what you are. But at the same time, it can be very comforting and a place to rest in sometimes, right? When we're like feeling maybe a little out of our, I don't want to say out of our comfort zone, but maybe out of our comfort zone when we're feeling like we've gone a little bit too much, come back to something very familiar, right? That ideally isn't taking your attention outward. So it's not like, oh, I watch a TV program and then I feel like myself, or I read a book and then I feel like myself. It's something that brings your awareness into yourself. It might even be seeing art, which is outer, but it's giving you something else, right? So finding the things that make, or going for a walk, the things that make you feel like you can reset. So for me, stretching is one of them. All right, we're going to do another set of push-ups. These ones, you're going to take your hand in a diamond shape. The more open, the easier. The tighter, the harder. It's basically a downward dog with the diamond shape in our hands. Can I keep my shirt on? Yes, I can. Um, I'm going to walk my downward dog in. So I want to have, you can see that my arms are pretty much perpendicular to the floor. My hands are fairly open. I'm making the diamond shape between my hands, head to the floor. Mine's not going all the way down, but toward the floor. We're going to do a set of 12. Going 1. Bend your knees if you have to. 2, 3, pushing over your head. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and relax. I actually really love those push-ups, but I tend to like to be inverted. I like my head down, my butt up. What does that say about me? Something weird, I am sure. All right, let's come. What time is it? Oh, we're getting there. Let's do some stretching. We're going to come onto our butts. I am going to do knee over the other knee. So this is the pose. Bottom leg can be straight, or you can fold it under. And in this position, you're going to circle yourself around. Rib cage, lungs, heart, diaphragm, mobilizing organs, gut body, pelvis, reproductive organs. Change direction. You can either sink into this or you can kind of lift up out of it. One of them will feel better for you. And then take it down the front. And come up. You're going to open out, stretch towards the top leg. Stretch towards the bottom leg. Come up, spiral towards the top leg. Spiral towards the bottom leg. Good. Unscramble, bang it out, let it go. And then switch it to the other side. Knee over knee. Either leave it here or fold under. Circles, mobilizing your body on top of your pelvis. Imagine that all your organs are getting this chance to slide around a little bit. Don't worry, they're not going to get into the wrong location. Like they are, they are all anchored in there very nicely, but we want to have a little bit of slip slide so things aren't gumming up against each other that shouldn't be gummed up. We also want to make sure we're hydrating enough. Change direction if you haven't. So movement hydrates tissue, but we need to make sure that we're taking in enough fluids also to allow the movement to really hydrate us. Says the woman who just drank too much coffee and not enough water. Take it to the side. That's not entirely true. I didn't drink too much coffee, just the right amount. I just didn't drink enough water. Inhale, lift, side stretch. Inhale, lift, spiral, twist and look around behind you. And then go the other way. Come back into center. I don't think we took it forward. Just let it drop down, surrender, let go. Good. And then come up, bang out your legs, rotate in and out, soften, melt, let it go. Slide your feet underneath you, take your butt up to the ceiling, open your feet wide and just shift from side to side. Head hanging heavy, butt moving, breathing, letting go. And then come into center, roll it all the way up, coming up to the top, standing on your legs. You're just going to take a little drop. So you're just going to lift your heels and drop into the floor. And you can feel like kind of like a jerk into your body. You're just giving your bones the information to strengthen bones and joints. Oh, we need to become stronger, more fluid. right? Bones need tension, like push, pull, uh, bouncy, trouncy, all those types of things to strengthen. Really three-dimensional. Our bones are curvilinear. They're not these straight lines. They're all beautifully arced and curved. Inhale up, exhale, soften. Inhale, exhale. Think like snowdrifts when you think of the shapes of our bones. Last one, deep breath in, hands together, coming down in prayer, having just a moment to be grateful for anything, grateful to be in a body on the planet right now in this very exciting time. Here we are, lucky us, right? Or whatever, grateful to have a bed to sleep in, grateful to have a roof over your head, grateful to have pink clothes. I don't know what you're grateful for. Grateful to your family, grateful to your pets, grateful to your cup of coffee, grateful to whatever. But the more that we can feel good about what we have, the better everything is for everyone around us. So there's a ton of stuff on gratitude. It's not like I need to tell you. Let me just do a quick jump over here to the live stream. See who's on there. Somebody was there, but there's no one there now. If you make it this far in your day to this part of the video, yay, you win. Have a celebration. You win the prize. Everybody in the room, of course, you win the prize because you're here. Closing out the live stream. Please consider